I always like to have a plan before, I like to see them if I can, and then have a sort of a plan, when I'm meeting an aggressive chicken for the first time. And this guy is definitely, he's ready to go. Definitely, alert. Not tense. He's not really tense. He's just ready to go. So we'll just, I'll have my son's going to do the videotaping after I give this to him, and I'll just have everyone stand back so he goes for me instead, and we'll see how he does. See, just how he acts. All right, here, son. Oh, yeah. Hey, boy.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna stand here and see what he does. If he chooses to walk away, I'm definitely not gonna take a step backwards. That is like the worst thing, you could do, is to take a step backwards. Because if he walks forward, like, the only thing you should do is walk forward too. Never take a step back. Because, hi buddy. Now, it might be helpful if you gave him a top knot. Sometimes when they can't see that well, I've noticed with Silky that I had once, he was a lot better behaved because he, could see, and he wasn't so twitchy because his, things would suddenly come into his field of vision. And it would also be better for if there were any overhead predators. You're a good boy, aren't you? Aren't you? All right. Yeah, see, he couldn't see me there for a minute, and then all of a sudden he looks up and, oh my God, there you are. And I think that may have something to do with it. I'm not saying that's the entire reason why, but it may have something to do with it. And so, hey buddy. Hi. You don't know what to make of me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are a very good protector.
But isn't he beautiful?
He is,
like, I
yeah.
just can't.
You have some wild strawberries. I bet they love that. You don't know what to do you? You just don't know what to make of me, huh?
I know.
So, just because if he were mine, I would, I'd probably just kind of hang out with him for a little bit. And, so that I'm not seen right away is, maybe we could come to some sort of agreement in terms of, okay, you're not after my girls. But, since he's not, I'm going to kind of escalate the situation just to, see what his reaction is like and sort of let him know. Hey, buddy. I really think a lot of it has to do with his eyesight. I really do. I think, he can only see forward, and it's really restricting. They don't see forward that well.
Oh, really?
No. Side view.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there you go, buddy. Okay. So this is where it all begins. I'm definitely not going to move back. And you kind of have to, if you need to wear long sleeves and, oven mitts or whatever, gloves, you can see I always have cuts on me. Just, that's the way, not that I have them attacking me, but, from bunnies to just carrying things around. So, you have to be not afraid to step in there. And again, never take a step back. Always go forward. So this guy, again, since I don't normally look him in the eye, but since he can't see me, I'm going to do that so that he knows, hey, buddy. And again, as always, I just take a little bit of the feather here. And to start off with, I'm just going to pull it back. I mean, this is just the gentlest tug. It's just not so gentle, but their heads are very mobile. So I'm just going to tug this a little bit. And so that's the sort of mating position. And then I'm also gonna kind of make sure that he's not gonna bite me if I touch his face. Some of them hate that. Some of them will definitely go after your hand. And the fact that he's not is a good thing.
Because when he was little, he never attacked me.
Yeah, and so like the second they start doing that that's the best time, because I mean, the very first boy I ever had, Pinkie Pie, he was like the sweetest guy, and then he became a juvenile, and he was my first, you know, male that I had raised myself, and I just didn't know what to do, and I was like, oh my God. And then he figured out that he could, you know, kind of scare me back, and even when I started to get tough with him, he just excuse me. All right, buddy. Hey, buddy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna kind of walk into his space, and I want him to walk away from me. Yeah. Hey, buddy. I want to be able to pet him too. Hey. He's definitely not, I don't think he's not like a man-hater. He's just really protective and trying to do his best. And I think he gets started a little bit. Hi, buddy.
Like when I come out the door, he starts immediately.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's like, I want this so badly. Did you win? All right, come here, buddy. I'm gonna do this just so he knows, just to reinforce. And I'm not, it's not even hard at all. I mean, I would be carrying, you know, this is how I would just pick up a regular old chicken anyway. Hi, buddy. Oh, you're so pretty.
He is so
He's got the little devil horns. I love it. Little V-comb. Oh, you're so pretty, aren't you? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. So he took a little bite, and, you know, he's unsure of what's going on. No, you can't do that. No. Dad, chicken. No. All right. Now, if he were being really bad, I mean, and that was just a little nip. You know, he wasn't going after me. It was sort of a defensive nip.
Self-protection.
Yeah. So, I mean, if he were really going at me, what I might do, and this wasn't working after I'd done it like 3 times, and I would do it just a little more force. I don't think he needs it. But then I would sort of take just like a little, like, I don't want to call it a pinch of skin, because I'm really not pinching yet anyway, and just kind of make sure that I'm at contact with the skin and kind of bunch it up, kind of like this, you know? And I would just use the pads. And if it were a really bad case, I would kind of use my fingernails, because if you've seen chickens fight, that's what they do. They take their beak and they grab anything and they hold on and they just rip.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to scare you.
So yeah, you know, always want to use the least amount of aggression, or not aggression, but force. Yeah. I know. We're all coming at you, and you're like, what the heck? What the heck? Oh, good boy. All right. There you go.
Just when he's in the cage and he comes out, you know, he's trying to get at the cage and
All right, well, let's put him back in, if I can get him. See, that's the thing, is that it's easy to catch him because he can't see me coming.
Come on, girl. Come on. See how he's picked on that one?
That's normal. Especially with so few females. It's just the way. And sometimes they have favorites, and that's
Yes,
just...
she's his favorite.
Yep.
She is definitely not. But like I said, she's a little special. She's a little special.
So you just had the 3 total?
Yeah, right
Gotcha.
now, but I put in 6 or 8 of my eggs to try to,
All right, I'm just gonna keep this closed for just a second.
to try to get it so that,
Yeah, let's just stand still for a second so that you're not distracting anything. Let's see what he does.
I mean, that's better than he usually does, just that.
Sometimes, you know...
Because usually he's flying at the cage.
sometimes all it takes is a little, you know, they just want to push their boundaries, especially if they're young. Especially if they're young, and they'll keep pushing. And I think, you know, that's one of the biggest, I mean, I had to learn that lesson myself, you know, in terms of how long it takes it takes so much longer if you don't get it right away. And that's the easiest to fix, actually. Oh, you're a good boy. Okay, look here, buddy. You're not gonna hurt her. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You are a good boy. Yes, you are. See, even she kind of poked me there because she's like, "What the heck, man?" If you can get them out and he sees that you're interacting with them and not, you know, hurting them, you just sit beside him and, you know, if you have time to do that, just you know, once they both calm down, he's like, "Okay." I mean, do you have any questions or anything, or?
I don't think so. I'm almost hopeful that he's not going to be like crazy mean forever.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't, you know. Again, you know, as soon as he comes out or just comes near you, never ever take a step back. That's pretty much, you know, rule number one, because that's giving ground. And I think you can tell too sometimes is that they sort of give you this side eye. Like they, you know, they're walking around and they're not coming at you, but they're kind of like, you know what? So, and just any sort of behavior like that, you know, it's kind of like if a kid gave you attitude. you need to check yourself.
Check it.
So, you know, just sometimes, and it's not even going to hurt them. They won't find it out of the ordinary if you just randomly walk up and for no reason just, you know.
Put him down.
It just depends on your, you know, if you want your relationship to be more of a trusting one or more of a just, you know, hands off, you're the leader, I'm staying away. Obviously the trusting one takes a lot longer, you know, more time put in. Here, I'm coming into a space, and you might not like that. Good boy. Good boy.
He backed right up from you. That's crazy.
You know, I might even have, chickens aren't like treat motivated to some extent in terms of like this sort of behavior. You know, it's pretty much just instinct, but there's certainly no harm in positive reinforcement, you know? So if,
he likes it. We're out of them right now. I need to get some more worms.
Oh, yeah, the mealworms.
Bag. They
Oh,
like them.
yeah. You know, so if he backed up right away, you might just toss him some mealworms over there. I would toss them away for him. You know, some I let eat out of my hands, or, you know, they'll jump like all
Well, and
over
he
me,
used to eat out of my husband's hand for like peppers. Like we'd bring the pepper core, you know, out, and he would eat that out of Ken's hand all the time. But Ken didn't back up. And of course, when he comes at me, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, it's your first instinct, and you know, they can hurt.
Yeah. You think I'm good?
You know, it's going to be hard to say for sure what's going to happen. You know, once the situation happens. You know, like it's a new day type thing.
Yep.
I can see him keeping you on your toes, especially, you know, at first in terms of testing. And again, like, I don't know if you remember when he came up to me, like, right there.
Yeah.
And I was just, like, stood there. And even if you have to be, you kind of have to be, like, okay, willing to, you know, react
Get in their
quickly.
face.
But that's, you know, that's how the boys stare off at each other. Right there. You know, and again, it's kind of the way you want to take it. If you want to sort of say, hey, I'm the leader, you need to back off. You know, some people have success in the whole, like, carry them around like a football, love on them all day. And I said before, I just don't have time to do that. Seriously, Bishop.
But he used to have like so much green on him, and now it's just a little bit, but you can still see it. I just think he's so beautiful.
He is. No, he really is.